Good evening, everybody, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome, Cancer, into your reading. This is an energy check I'm doing for all the zodiac signs around this portion in time, and we'll see your energy. You know the drill, guys. This is a general reading. Whatever resonates with you, take it. Whatever doesn't, leave it. Okay? But this is a general check, so some part of it will definitely resonate with you. Maybe that's where the guidance is for you. Take the guidance in accordance to your situation, Cancer. Now, Sun, Moon, Rising, Cancer with Venus and Jupiter in your individual planetary positions, okay? It's a general reading, so here we go. Let's call upon our angel guide, ancestors, and the spirit world in here, my source for this reading of the energies that we get to see around this portion in time. For you, Cancer, beautiful people, guys. Let's see. Cancer energy on the table, please. Let's look at you, Cancer. Let's see what is happening in your situation here. The Four of Pentacles. Okay. Definitely you seem a little bit stuck at this point in time, Cancer. The Nine of Cups. Okay. So it's a wish card. You have some amount of wish. The Ace of Wands. Okay. There is a new situation of fertility to your wish that is coming up at this point in time. Have the Five of Swords. Okay. So you're feeling stuck in your head more so. There is something that you have learned a lesson from, and you're kind of not letting it completely go from your head or from your mental, logical self. Yeah, the Three of Swords. Yeah. Interesting. You're holding on to something from your past experience, Cancer. You're not letting it go, guys. Okay. And hurt is still very much within you, whatever the hurt situation has been for you, Cancer, and you have been deeply hurt. And as I always say, Cancerians, if they are hurt, Temperance, they don't easily forgive and forget. That is the Cancerian trait, right? And so it's very, very difficult for you to completely overlook, forget, and forgive something of whatever happened here. Cancer is more what I'm getting in the second layer of your situation here, okay? Okay. The Ten of Pentacles, okay. Let's look at this. There is money issues for some, or happiness for some, that has created a lot of grief. For some, it could be a third-party situation from outside sources that has interfered in your Ten of Pentacles energy. Okay, the Knight of Cups. So there is some situation that is developing here for you, Cancer. We'll see what it is. But right in the center of your reading, you have got the Three of Swords. So we'll talk about it. The Three of Swords energy is a painful energy of both the mental and your emotional part of the story. Okay. But this energy is in you at this moment, Cancer. Okay, at the bottom of the deck, you have the Sun card, which is beautiful. So there is some amount of grief and sorrow and pain. Whatever that situation is, we'll look into the actual energy. But with the Sun card, guys, there is personal magnetism of your own energy will be very high towards your own success and good health. A lot of self-confidence in yourself, a lot of self-esteem, confidence in love, in career. Okay. A lot of you have been going through some difficulty with your health. That will also be improved around this portion in time. But all in all, you will be very, very mentally alert, right? With the Sun. You will be very mentally alert. A lot of optimism, a lot of happiness is what you are attracting back in your life, Cancer. You know, where you want to reach that place or that period of joy, happiness, and contentment. So whatever in your self you had been doubting about a situation, about a condition, about anything that you had a doubt about, that will be resolved, right? Some of you, if you are going for higher education, for higher studies, you will be able to successfully complete the course and do well in that area of your life. So all in all, your power, your magnetism, your self-confidence, your self-esteem is soaring high. It's very, very bright. Because of that, you will be very, very mentally alert about situations in life that you perhaps had not paid attention to before. But now you will. You will. Even in your study, your concentration will improve. Your mental, because of your alertness, whatever you have not been able to get a hold of before, you will be able to find that it is much easier for you to grasp things now, right? To grasp, to understand, to interpret if somebody is telling you something, right? Because of your alertness of the whole situation of the Sun, you will very, very quickly grasp that what people say, what people are telling you, instructions, and your confidence and self-esteem is so powerful, so high. You know, it's magnetic. It's magnetic that whoever looks at you or whoever comes in contact with you will feel that vibration. Will definitely feel that vibration, you know, because you are so attractive in yourself. You are in that Leo energy, that the season we just got out of, right? That season, that that energy of Leo is still very much continuing in yourself. You have pulled that energy into yourself, Cancer, and you are kind of using that energy of the previous season to build up your confidence, your alertness, your optimism, and your happiness. So you're not letting things get in your way, basically. You get my point? You're kind of overriding all that situation. Or you will be, right? You're getting out of that old situation where things were like not in favor of you or for you. And now you're coming to the point of being in that energy of the sun, the brightest planet, right? The sun is the brightest planet in the tarot deck. Nothing can go brighter than this card in here that talks about a complete overhauling of your own energy situation here, Cancer. Okay, beautiful. We start off the reading, guys, with the Four of Pentacles, right? Now, this Four of Pentacles is a 3D energy because Pentacles, they talk about money, they talk about your material possessions, right? Talks about gift, talks about inheritance, large sum of money, okay? But that kind of a situation, right, can also lead to argument, to being possessive, to being selfish. Like you don't want to let things go out of your hands, especially finance is more what I'm getting, right? So you're kind of pulling that energy, you're trying to keep all that money for yourself, right? But, it's also because somewhere you might be feeling insecure about something in your life that if you don't have enough in your pocket, you will not be able to enjoy your success, right? So that could be the reason that you are kind of holding on to that situation. There's a lot of resistance, but what they're saying is that it is foolish, it is very foolish to control others' actions that you might be trying to do. Oh, don't spend that money, don't go there, do this, do that. Trying to control other people's actions just because you feel very insecure about something in your life and you're scared that somebody you love or you are close to will end up spending all the money and then maybe will possibly come to you. That kind of feeling that you get sometimes, right? So you're also trying to protect yourself by controlling other people's actions, telling them, oh, this is how much you spend, this is what you do, don't do much, right? So there is some kind of resistance to any kind of big change in your life that could be also affecting your judgment, right? But, maybe you are on the verge of signing an agreement or a contract that is to be reached, where you will gain that position of power and authority. So because of that, the day that you reach that position of power and authority that you want to take control of, you are at this point in time, you are trying to dictate and control your own actions, holding on to your stuff, as well trying to control and dictate other people's situations. It's that kind of an energy, right? That you are not letting your own situation leave you, nor are you allowing somebody else to do what they want to do. You know, that kind of resistance, like you're trying to, um, you're trying to control something. And more so that you don't want the person to overspend. You don't want, you by yourself don't want to overspend, because somewhere, like I said, there is a swish card, right? So there is something that you're trying to tell yourself, that if you keep that money in your pocket, right, whatever that large sum of money is coming to you, or the contract that you will be signing, or the agreement that you will be getting into, will only fulfill your wish, your desire in life. This is a wish card, right? So you have a lot of wish, lot of desire, that you want things to be granted, but for which, you also need emotional peace. And with this kind of an energy, you're not really getting into that emotional peace. You need that emotional peace for your goals to be reached, right? So whatever that you're wishing for, more so I'm getting, guys, you're trying to control something so that you can fulfill your wish, right? You have, like I said, you have a lot of wish, you have a lot of desire, you have a lot of goals that you are working towards, but then at the same time, you have dreams, you want emotional peace, you want emotional happiness, you want success, you want rewards, right? You want material possessions. So you want everything. It's a wish card. So for which you are kind of working towards it, I would say, but then you are being very stingy at the same time. You're not letting things leave you, right? You're kind of trying to control expenses, you're trying to control everything, more so expenses I'm getting, right? Or any gift or any inheritance of money that you could possibly be getting, or it's in the way. So you could be a little bit selfish at this point, Cancer. You could be a little bit selfish because of this wish that you have, right? Where there is a new potential for that wish to come true. You know that. There is a new fertility of this wish coming true in your case. So that is the reason you're kind of holding back on things in your life, because whatever that fertility is, right? You want to begin a new project, you want to do something about your career, your goals, your personal power, but your intellect is also very high at this point with the Ace of Wand, right? So there is a lot of high energy, high enthusiasm, a lot of fertility. Things are happening. Things are happening towards your wish. But there is also that insecurity and that fear that you're not very assured if you can kind of really have what you desire or what you are desiring in your life. So that is kind of where you are being very insecure or quite insecure, because you still, I think what is happening, guys, is you still don't know, because this seems, this wish card is your desire, but you don't know if you can give birth to your desire, right? You're not very clear about that situation as of now, but it is there. It is there. That's what they are telling you. But at the same time, because of that situation, since you really are not very clear, or you are not very certain, I would say, you're kind of being a little bit insecure about your financial part of the story here, right? You're trying to keep your pockets low and filled. like not letting things go out of your pocket, right? But with this fertility or this high enthusiastic energy of your personal power and growth that you have towards your wish, towards your fulfillment, you are again the Five of Swords. You are again in doubt, right? You're again in doubt. Because again, like I said, you have your own self-interest in here. This personal power and growth you definitely have towards your wish. Don't forget that. And this is a fertility, stage of fertility for your wish that is coming up. But again, at the same time, you are also being a little bit selfish on this situation here. Right? Because what you're feeling logically or mentally is that if you don't look after yourself, you won't have people around you. So you're trying to kind of protect yourself more so with this energy. You're trying to protect yourself so that you feel safe. Cancer, you feel safe, right? Because again, you could have been facing, or you could have faced conflict, you could have faced hostility, you could have faced defeat, right? Which destroyed important projects. So now, in your life, so now that you are giving birth to some new project, or you want to give birth to your wish, that is your project, you don't want other people or other situations to come between you and your dream and your wish, right? So you're trying to be very closed off. That's what I'm trying to say. You're trying to be very closed because somewhere you have a learning lesson with the Five of Swords, right? Where you could have done things before, but the result you got out of that old situation was a very unfair deal for you. Right? Where somebody could have been doing illegal things with you or has done illegal things with you, which was very, very immoral according to your conduct. And you don't want that situation to be repeated because some of you could have had faced public humiliation, right? Public shame, dishonor that could have happened because somebody has done something extremely wrong with you, where others have mocked you, where others have shamed you, right? Where others have told you things that you have been defeated. So that has been a learning lesson in your life, Cancer. It's been a learning lesson because of the Three of Swords. I told you there is a learning lesson with a lot of that kind of tells me that some of you guys have been in that energy where you don't want to share anything with anybody. You don't want to tell anything to anybody because you're scared that somebody will harm you or somebody will do something very wrong with you that will in turn stop your growth or your project that you want to build in your life. So that's where probably you are holding back all information. You're not sharing how much money you have or what is the plan you have for your future because you're scared that this situation can be repeated where others could jump in, right? When others can jump in and, can create problems for you. Can create problems for you. Because somewhere you have faced that situation with the Three of Swords, right? It's a mental energy where there has been a lot of sorrow and loss over something in your life that caused you public shame, public dishonor, where others have mocked you, did not let you relieve yourself, things like that, right? So that's why you're very closed off at this point, because you have gone through some kind of abuse, some kind of separation, maybe some of you, or there has been a lot of emotional upheaval in your life with regards to the situation, where you feel that if you let others know of what you have in monetary terms, they will jump in, they will kind of abuse that situation and then leave you high and dry, betray your emotions, betray your feelings, right? So that is why you're thinking, that's why you're becoming a little bit of selfish attitude towards the situation, that you are not going to um, you're not going to let others know of what is going on in your own life, basically, because now you're coming to the point, because you have gone through this abuse, betrayal, whatever that situation is, Cancer, you're coming to the point of telling yourself that it is important for you now to look after your own need, basically. And your own need is this, right? That is what you're very closed up, because you don't want others to know your plans in here. Whoever this third party situation is in your life, it could be people it could be anybody, but this is a third party situation. So you are keeping things to yourself, basically. You're not letting them know, you're not letting the others know what your plans are in here at this point. Because of this, because of this pain and sorrow, you are also trying to balance back your temperament. You're trying to temper your logical and emotional self, because there has been a situation of betrayal, hurt, and pain in your life. That's where you're not letting out information in here, because somewhere you have lost trust, Cancer. You have lost trust over a situation, right? But they're telling you it's okay that this has happened. It's not okay from that point of view, but it was probably a situation that was outside your control. But somewhere you have to tell yourself that whatever happened, you have to be more flexible. You cannot be so tight within yourself. You have to learn to adapt and adopt yourself to this change of situation that probably came through to you that was not good, 100%. But then if you have to start something new in your life, Cancer, you also need to balance back. You also need to temper back your energy. You also need to become more flexible with your understanding, right? When you have good management skills, you can work along with other people, because somewhere you have trust issues with people, right? So you are probably not being able to completely rely and trust your co-workers, your friends, your family, whoever it is, because of this lesson, right? But then if you have to also give birth to your wish, you have to let go of that energy. You have to learn to work with people. You have to learn to bring back good management skills in yourself. You have to learn to balance and control your emotions or your own life. Temper back yourself, right? Somewhere, guys, you have to also compromise with the situation here. right? To secure cooperation. Because if you don't compromise with the situation, you won't be able to secure the cooperation in order to begin something fresh. So if you're always very closed and in doubt and in fear of whatever happened here that you feel could affect your future, right? You will not be able to work with people because you will always have that kind of distance with people, right? So somewhere you have to learn to compromise with the situation here, right? And bring about a possible reconciliation. I'm not saying you have to forgive things right away. I'm not saying that. That it's, okay, all good, hunky dory, I forgive you, you forgive things. No, I'm not saying that. But whatever happened, treat that, guys, as a learning lesson, right? Treat it as a learning lesson and tell yourself that it's okay, whatever I have. This was also, treat this as a part of your karma. It was something destined for you, right? That you had to go through in order to learn about your own situation better, right? Yes, because trust is an issue, you're not sharing information, you're not telling anything to anybody because you're scared that this outside third party interference will affect your wish. But if you have to grow, if you have to give birth to something new, you need to balance. You have to reconcile with the situation. You cannot be so closed and tight in yourself, suspecting others will come and harm you all the time. You know, that fear, that insecurity, that fear that if I say something today, then tomorrow that same person will come and stab me on my back. It's a fear. It's a fear psychosis, right? I'm not saying it might not happen because you have gone through this. It can happen. But what I'm trying to say is because of that situation, you can't be unbalanced or disbalanced because that will affect your growth. That will affect your own personal potential growth outcome, right? So somewhere you have to learn to work with people. Somewhere you have to compromise, reconcile with people. Not everything will be according to um, your your need, right? Not everything will be to your satisfaction. Not everybody will be like you because you will not be like everybody else, right? So somewhere you have to compromise. You have to compromise. You have to reconcile. Okay, this person has this good quality, right? That is his or her skill. I have this good quality. So these two good qualities can join together to bring and fertilize something new towards this wish. But if you are not able to balance and temper back your own emotions and logic, and you're always in fear, then this growth will stop, right? Then this growth will stop because you by yourself, you will not be able to do everything. It's not possible. You need people. Those people may not be exactly like what you deserve or what you want. That's what I'm trying to tell you, right? They could, because your past experience could be that you have got hurt. But if you don't reconcile with that lesson, if you don't reconcile with whatever happened in the past, Cancer, your growth will not occur. You have to grow because you have a lot of wish, right? So that insecurity and that fear needs to be balanced, right? That defeat, that shame, that feeling of defeat That feeling of, if public humiliation has happened, whatever that situation could be, that needs to be balanced. That needs to be tempered by you. It's only when you can do that, right? It's only when you can do that, if you can balance back, control your own life in the way you want to. That's when your ideas and your experiences will synthesize to form new growth, new ideas, right? That will be possible with a certain kind of reconciliation that you have to learn to bring back in yourself, Cancer. Right? This reconciliation is required for this money, this abundance, for this growth, the Ten of Pentacles, right? So it could be inheritance. Some of you guys could have had problems with inheritance, right? Some of you guys could be fighting over that money of inheritance, right? Material success, material security. In order for the Ten of Pentacles to grow in your life, you need balance in yourself, right? Because only when you have balance, only when you know that you can deal with situations in a different way, that's when you can invest your money in stock market, you can work with people, you can build your fortune, right? And plan for long term. Plan for long term, not quick returns. So long term investment in this case requires a lot of balance in yourself. Lot of balance in yourself. Right? Anything that you do long term, you need, as a person, as a figure by yourself, you need a lot of balance in order to create something long term. That could be investing your money in stock market that is yielding you result not today but 5 years down the line. Whatever that situation is for yourself, because you could be inheriting, Cancer, you could be inheriting a large sum of money for some of you. That could be a gift or it could be an inheritance that you are acquiring. So for you to build on that inheritance, for you to build on that gift, you have to be in control of your own self. Learn and balance your own self, because only then when you can balance your own self, you can balance your wealth, your health, right? It goes all side by side, right? Some of you guys could also be looking for a job, a permanent job that will ultimately result in your career goals. But whatever that abundance is with your material success, to build upon that inheritance of whatever you have, to make it grow larger, right? To make it more profitable, you need a lot of balance in yourself, to be more flexible, to work with people, to be more flexible, to do things right, adapt to change, adapt to changing circumstances, working with people, having a good management skill in yourself, right? And control over your life. Don't give the control away to others. I'm not saying that. Control your life, but temper and balance your own logic and emotions to grow these pentacles in your life. Because then, once you grow the pentacles in your life, you can move towards a different set of fortune. You can again start something. Because this is also what I'm getting. You could be inheriting something. There could be a lot of inheritance that is coming your way, Cancer, in whatever shape and form. I don't know. Right? For which you need, like I said, you need to balance your life for that inheritance to come to you. And once that inheritance comes to you, you will have money in your pocket, right? And that's when you can follow your heart desire to do what you want to do with that money, right? Because that's what will give you that freedom to follow your heart. To make decisions from the heart, right? But again, with the Knight of Cups, please think carefully before acting or speaking about any situation, right? You have to be very sensitive to other people's need as well. Because of money, don't forget, don't become insensitive. Just don't become insensitive. Control that part. Learn to be flexible. Learn to have that management skill. Just because you have learned a lesson right here, which has caused you to become a little bit selfish at the same time. But like I said, that portion of your understanding is because of something brutal that has caused you to become that way. Fair enough. I get it. But at the same time, like I said, in order for you to grow and turn towards your wish fulfillment, you need a balance. Because thing is, you are going to inherit a lot of money, whoever I'm talking to at this point, in, like I said, in whatever shape and form. And that will give you the audacity to move and follow your heart desire. But when that happens, don't become insensitive, guys. Like I said, just because you have the money, you think you're high and mighty. No. You have to be very sensitive to other people, generous and considerate, right? So don't act selfish here. That's what they're saying. Don't become so selfish trying to keep all the money in your pocket. If you want to follow your heart, you have to be generous. You have to be sensitive, because that's when universe will allow you to move forward towards something brand new in the tangible world again, right? When you will make more money. From the 10, you will start growing again. So you already have money, and you will make more money out of that as you invest that inheritance or that money in the stock market, in wherever, will only bring you more money if you still remain sensitive and follow your heart in the right direction, and be considerate and be generous as well. That's when because you got the Ace of Wand and you got the Ace of Pentacle. So there is a new growth. The seed of success, right? The seed of success. Projects will grow. Projects will prosper. Some of you guys could be going for a new home, new car, a new job, a new career, whatever that situation could be in your life. So whenever you're putting that money as a part of your inheritance, don't be selfish. Learn to share with others, be generous with others, and that's where your money will start to grow back again. Because whatever you're investing, if you don't grow that money, this money will deplete. You get my point? This 10 of Pentacles is what you have or you will be getting. Fair enough. That's a good part of the story. But then if you don't grow again from the 10, it will start depleting, right? So you have to continuously grow that money. So in order for you to grow that money, you have to follow your heart, right? You have to do things from your heart. You have to be sensitive, you have to be kind, and you have to be generous. to help other people as well, right? So that is something that you need to keep in mind, because when you do that, others will come forward to help you. That's when you can depend on your family, on your friends for support and help as well. So you will be basically only growing your stuff, not just material, but even your emotional part will also naturally grow with that. So this is the time of growth for you, Cancer. That's where they're giving you the sun, the energy of the sun, which is a magnetic energy for you to attract back that magnetism of growth in your life. Okay, so use this time very wisely, Cancer. Don't be selfish just because somebody before has done something wrong to you and you reject all ideas. You don't share information. You keep all the information locked up in a box, hiding stuff from people because you have realized somewhere that, you have to be selfish. There's nothing bad in being selfish, guys, but somewhere you have to also, that selfishness will also have to be balanced for you to grow. Or else, if you don't balance that, you will not be able to grow. Neither your project, nor your money, nor your family, nor your emotions, nor your sentiment. Right? So you have to be very carefully looking at this part of the story for yourself, Cancer. Very important. You have to be kind, you have to be generous. It's only that the Ten of Pentacles. So don't be like, oh, I got the money, I don't have to share it with anybody. I'm going to go do my own stuff. I'm not going to tell how much money I have, right? Because I don't want to give it to others. You'll be scared, like, oh, if that person knows I have that much money, they'll come and ask for help. Okay. Right? But then, if you don't share a part of that story, I'm not saying give everything away. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm trying to say is that if somebody needs help, really, and you have that money in your pocket, you will see how that money, not only would you get back that money, but it will also get you back more support, more loyalty, more friends, more people in your life. You will only expand, you will only grow. Right? So don't be very tight-fisted about the whole situation, because Cancers in general have that tendency, where they feel very insecure about their monetary stuff and they suddenly go very, they suddenly close their fist, right? So that is where they are telling you, no, you don't need to do that. And if you do that, you will not be able to grow as quickly as you want to grow. In order to grow, you have to follow your heart, hear out your intuition from your heart as well. Follow what your heart is telling you, not your mind. What your heart says to you is very important, because mind could give you the signal. Mind could tell you, don't do this, they have hurt you. Mind could tell you, oh, if you do this, you will not be able to get your wish fulfilled because they will come take your money. Mind can give you a different signal. Be selfish. Don't do this. They are bad people. Right? That's where you will have a fight between your mind and your heart. And that's when you have to balance yourself with your logic and rational as well as your emotions. Right? Because again, it's coming down to money. It's coming down to money. So when you get that money, if you don't listen to your heart, somebody knows that you have the money, you have inherited something, and they want a little bit of that. And you are like, no, I cannot give it to you. I'm going to keep everything to myself. That will deplete your stuff. You will not be able to keep this 10 of Pentacles, guys. In order to keep this growing, in order to keep this 10 of Pentacles growing, you need to grow your support, your loyalty, your family, your friends, your emotions, everything will grow as soon as you listen to your heart in the right way, Cancer. Listen to it, please. Okay, please talk to me about the Three of Swords energy here. Listen to your heart, because mind can tell you don't do this, but your heart will never lie to you. Because mind sometimes can play tricks on you. Let me tell you that. Because mind is a very is a place where your voices, right? You hear the voices in the mind. That can play tricks on your mind. That one of the voice can tell you, okay, I think you can. The other voice will be like, no, don't do that. Because they had hurt you once. Remember how they treated you once. Remember what they had told you like 5 years back, right? So mind can hear those voices, but your heart will be very, very clear about your own situation here, right? See here. So with the Three of Swords, you get the Tower. So there will be a shift. There will be a movement. There will be something that you will come to terms with, right? There will be an awakening, epiphany of this situation of the Three of Swords, right? With the Six of Pentacles, again, money, right? About an equal give and take, equal reciprocity, equal give and take. That is important to you, Cancer. Very important to you here, right? But it will be epiphany because the Sun here, you will be enlightened about certain situations in life that earlier probably you haven't realized. You haven't realized. That's where the Sun shows up. Your intellect will be because as soon as the Tower hits you, the Sun comes out. The dark clouds are gone and the illumination happens, which the Page of Pentacles, which will help you to do your due diligence in the right way towards situations in life. Right? Towards situations in life, you will be able to clearly hear your intuitive self and pay attention to this story. So there is something that will hit you all of a sudden, Cancer. It will hit you all of a sudden where it will be like an awakening, epiphany of what you have been doing for whatever amount of time. You will suddenly, because you could be tight-fisted because you think that you don't get reciprocity. You think that people are not giving you back what you are giving them, right? That kind of feeling that there is a disbalance between the give and the take with situations. But that's when the Sun is coming into action. That's where this magnetism is coming back into action. That's where your optimism, your happiness, everything is coming back into action, which is also calling for an improved physical condition of something that probably you were not feeling too good about in the beginning or whatever amount of time, right? When your intellect will be suddenly sparkling bright, you will grasp the whole situation. That in turn will allow you to understand how to balance back your own life situation here. You will learn how to do things again in the right way. You will learn how to work with people. You will learn how to reconcile with situations. You will be starting from the bottom for sure, but this learning is beginning to happen once that magnetism hits you and your intellect is kind of opening up. In your case, Cancer. Okay, so things are getting better for you. That's what the message is. Things are getting better for you. Things will get better for you, but you have to grasp this energy towards yourself and work with this energy in the right way in order for this situation to work in the right way for you, Cancer. Okay, enjoy this reading, guys. Until I see you once again. Till then, goodbye. God bless. Khuda Hafiz and Namaste.